Alrighty, guys. We're going to be doing some more RPG creation today. My oldest has a school ceremony thing here in about 2.5, 3 hours. So until then, let's mess around, do a little bit of creation, see what we can get going, if much of anything, you know. Okay. So one thing I wanted to make a an outdoor map that isn't a dungeon, like, and not like, okay, so we had like the woods. I want to make an outdoor area that's just outdoors, if that makes sense. So let's start doing that. What if we did? Yo, Adam, how you doing, dude? What if we did a I could do something like this, because this is going to be like Riverton. What if I did a thing where this space right here going into this space is all one map, and then there was the bridge in the middle of it? I think that sounds like a great idea. So let's do that. We'll call this Riverton Plains. What are you up to today, dude? I don't know how big I want to make it yet, so we'll just put it at 50 for now. Yeah. You'd be Dragon Warrior 1 and Breath of Fire 1, working on the second of each. Okay, okay. You know, my favorite Dragon Warrior is the first one, even though it doesn't have party members and everything like that. I think it's probably a lot of nostalgia for that, but it's definitely my favorite of the series. Oh wait, whoops. Back. Yeah, Breath of Fire was really good. I know. I'm working on it, dude. It's kind of adding a little bit of river here. You know, it's funny, whenever I'm doing this RPG creation, I start doing maps, I totally feel like Bob Ross. Just like, to go ahead and put a little happy little river here. Can't have it too, like, whatchamacallit, too symmetrical. Let's have it just kind of makes its own little, like, pool. Hot pants, the ultimate armor. Well, you saw in the demo, there's already one of those three. Let's see. That looks better. I was in the wrong tile set. Yeah. What's it? So in the description of that video has the download link. It's a straight download from Mediafire. I don't like that. I wish I could just combine those and make it not look so lame. Is it possible? Oh, it doesn't look like I really have much of... So, I mean, I can do just... I mean, I can do this, which is fine. But I really want to do... I could do that, and... It just looks cooler on the... It was, like, kind of the same deal. And even if I mean... I put this next to it. Where's the actual size? That's actually what it'd look like. I don't like it. I just want this, but without the little border. I just want them to connect, and then call it good. It's probably a way to do it, I'm just dumb. Even do something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Something like this, give it depth, and then add some, yeah, I never read it or watched the thingy, the Netflix adaptation. So I could do that and then add some depth. What if... Okay. I have an idea. What if we take this shore, or take this water. Let's add more water here. Like, make this a larger river. So let's take this river that exists here. Just make it larger. Pretty much by one. It's not really a exact science here. Okay, so we do that. Then what I can do is do this bridge situation with like an elevation thing. See, where do I Let's roughly put it right here, but let's make it a little bit wider. I'm gonna put it like across, like right. That. And then we go ahead and take. I guess rather it would just be like right. Let's have the bridge be like that. Add a couple of these guys. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we will even have the elevation change upward, or at least give the illusion of said elevation change.
I want surgery to make my body hot? Yikes. Yeah, I know I'm already pretty smoking.
Yo!
Swimsuit?
Jake, how's it
Buy
going,
me a
dude?
swimsuit. Butter.
Ooh, music stream.
How you doing, dude? Hopefully you're doing well today. Yeah, we're just gonna be doing a little bit of chilling. I went to my youngest had a like end of the school year ceremony thing. I went to that and now I gotta go to oldest later, so how's that look? That looks fine, I think, like that. I mean, obviously I'm gonna add another stair. Actually, I don't even need 2 stairs. I can just take like this one, slap that right there. There you go, yeah. And just do that on either side. Oh, I think it looks kind of cool. A little different. Gives the illusion of some depth. Yeah. It's difficult to make, to give that in the water, but hey Aries, how's it going, dude? If I can do this, I can just literally we're gonna go this. There we go. So it'll be kind of cascading down there. Doing good, dude. Just kind of chilling. Had to go to my kid's school earlier today. They have like this end of the year like ceremony thing. Meh. had to go to the kinder one earlier. Gonna go to the my oldest here in like about 2.5 hours ish. I really felt like working on this a little bit today, so I figured, you know what, this would be the best way I can kind of do that. And I wanted to make a map that was like outside, that, you know, isn't like a dungeon of sorts. You know, just like an actual bright outside stage. Okay. Just some foliage in this bitch. What? You know, like. It's down. You know what? I want to see something too. Let's no, I need to just go to event. Set starting position, player. I want to test something. So can I? Alright, so you can walk there. So I can put a chest right here. That's gonna be a thing. This is the way the collision works on this, and you can't walk up there, but you can get through it this way. Yeah, I like that. Okay. I mean, I could actually even do it like this. Let's see. If I do like this little dirt path, it kind of gives the illusion that it's a well-traveled path. You could even do... Son of a bitch. I do that. Then... kind of like that better, I think. I like it with the little dirt. I'll go ahead and change that. And this will be one of those areas where the player can... Yeah, I mean, you can proceed, like, straight through. You can just literally just walk through the path, go up, over, down, and walk through. Or there'll be treasures and stuff up and below here. There'll be a reason to go. At least one for each. Looks weird, right? I guess it doesn't look all that weird. It's like a little bush. There are like other random things I can add in here. Some of these rocks actually look kind of cool. This big rock there, and it's like the water's hitting it and going this way and this way. What's this? Shit kind of plant. Is there something we can do, like... Can we make this look cool? Like, have... Yeah, that looks kind of cool. A little, like, vine growing up the bridge. What about this one? Yeah, I think that looks cool. What's this thing? Okay, so what if that was up against the water here? Yeah, growing up over those rocks a little bit. Actually, I don't like that. I like the idea. It just looks dumb. Get some like mossy covered rocks here, a little gaining some stuff from the water. Oh, whoops. Just testing to see where the collision is. One of those things I want the player to have to work for. Let's add a little pond right here. Something a little separate from the river there. You think you can just play God? What's up, Sai? How's it going, dude? I heard you got your ass whooped in some boxing earlier. That's awesome, dude. Dude with like double my stats floored me. He had the footwork. Dude, that Eye of the Tiger goes hard, man. I can even make a little dude. I mean, I won't, but... Giving me the old 1-2. Yeah, man. I want to do this little pond, though. Why'd the water get... Oh, it's because I changed tile sets. I was like, why is it all dark over here? What you got going on today, Sai? When are we gonna get the HD remaster of this game? Well, you need to get the standard def master first. We're working on the standard def version right now. The demo's available. You can play the demo, though. Get a small idea of what I'm going for. Alright, so that's good. Just adding a little bit of touch-ups to this area up here. Give me some flowers. You might come back and stream later for casual games. That sounds good, dude. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this for a couple more hours, and then I gotta go pick up my, or not pick up, but my oldest has a, like, school ceremony thing, so end of school ceremony thing, so I gotta go to that. And then, I'm gonna do some video editing throughout the day, but nothing else major really going on. Yeah, it's just that whole, you know, the kindergarten graduation, which I don't even know why that's a thing. Like, basically, it's just celebrating the fact that your kid didn't die from eating pennies. Like, I mean, they did this cute little, like, song thing, which is cool, but I mostly just went for it for his mom, you know, to record it for her, just, you know, being a good dad slash husband, all that stuff. Right? Yeah. Oh, wow. That is insane. Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's hard to, like, so one thing I'm finding difficult, that I find difficult in this, is it's hard to really set boundaries for the players without it being, like, crazy obvious, you know? Oh, dude. Kids are the best and worst things in life, man. Nothing brings you more happiness, and simultaneously nothing pisses you off as much. There's the little mossy covered. Isn't there a moss covered tree? Fallen tree? Tree trunk or something? Not one? Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, one of my favorite moments as a dad so far was watching my kids beat Cuphead. They're actually they're at 99.8% completion on the Marvel Lego Avengers game. They have put in some work. I'm pretty damn impressed. Because those games are collectathons, you know? There's just so much to get. Yeah, I'm not doing too much terrain going right here, though. Much terrain difference on this part, because this part right here is actually going to be... It's going to be this right here. I'm going to add some trees and stuff. This is the world map. So I'm going to add some trees and stuff kind of around here, but it's going to be this, like, this bridge right here is this map. So... Oh yeah, dude, I've thought of like a bunch of different like trolley type things. Some which have and some which have not made it into parts of the game. For those who have played the demo, know that there is a spot in the demo that has a pretty good trolley little bit. I'm not going to mention it because I don't want to spoil it for those that may have yet to play it. Nah. So right now I'm still at the point where I'm trying to, like, I have the story like pretty locked. Like I know exactly what I want to do for story wise. But where it's really gonna get into the nitty gritty is when I start typing out all the dialogue. That takes so long. And then doing like events. Like for instance, here's an event. Shit. So here's one event for this tower. So this was one event that I did that has basically it changes the song, it moves the player to a certain direction, then it does like a little exclamation mark over a certain character, flashes the screen, some text happens, and then like per thing of text, you know, I gotta change the face out to what faces is gonna be with the text, change how it looks on the screen. Then I have the player move in this case. In this case, I use a special plugin command where it moves the players individually. Yeah, Angel, thank you. So this plugin moves the players individually, and then I have each player moving individually, more text, all of this, and this event, more text, blah, 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 blah. It does a battle, it changes to a different thing, and then it starts other events within this event. And I won't go over too much there, but all of that for a course of like 5 minutes worth of gameplay, and it took me probably about 2 hours to put all of that together. Partially because I'm slow, but then also partially because the shit's like, it just takes a long time. So yeah, as far as like a release date, I really have no idea. You know, it's my labor of love. It's just something that I work on. I pour a lot of like my creative energy kind of into it. Yeah, exactly. My big thing is there won't be anything in the game necessarily that I didn't want there for a reason. I'm not gonna add much fluff. Like even for decorations and text and stuff, like what I want is I want almost all the text to serve like a purpose. Obviously you can't have everything be like a very like gravitas like moment, and that's not what I'm going for. But I want every interaction of whatever to feel unique and a reason for it. But yeah, everything's slow going, to say the least. I also don't want any part of it to feel like at that moment just kind of like, okay, here's where he rushed through this part. Like I don't want anything to feel like that, you know? Because I think that's easy to do. And also, I want to be able to someday, you know, and maybe for the people that catch it on like on YouTube and stuff, be able to just kind of look back and be like, hey, I remember when he was working on this part of the game or something like that, you know, and maybe because, you know, somebody watched like part of you know, one of the YouTube videos or something, they know like a secret, you know, so to say. And also, I just thought it would also be like, you know, the best way for me to watch me try to get street cred by saying that I knew you before the game got big. Yeah, you know, game's just gonna explode. Also, I'm using it a lot as more of a vessel to highlight like music creation. Because I think, you know, I don't know anybody in the business really, and I've always wanted to be a video game music composer. So what better way to have a portfolio to highlight your music than be like, hey, here's my portfolio, play this. I think it's a unique way to do it, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, no, for sure. I have some pretty good pieces. I mean, obviously I'm gonna hype my own music up, but I have some pieces that I feel like with the events that I'm gonna be putting in the game will be quite memorable. I mean, I'm no Yumatsu. But doesn't mean that I don't want to be. Gonna be a little bit more treats. Problem is, so see, so I'm making this so that this like snakes up through here, and the character can get like a treasure chest like right here, but it's hard to make it where it isn't like mostly obvious. Like this one is going to be a lot more difficult to see that, hey, you can walk all the way through this, snake through this path, and then you can get a chest that's going to be hidden there. That one's obviously going to be like good chest, right? There'll be one down here. I'm going to put something down here as well. But I want to kind of put something in for, or, you know, if the player is just wanting to go through it quick, they can just walk on this shit right here, go over, walk on this shit, and they out. More exploration. I already tested the top left. It's coming down here. And I'll put something right here. Taking that shortcut. Still have to just to get there. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Let's add some more little like flowers and shit like that, but
Yes, Finn.
oh God.
It goes in my butt.
Oh.
Oh shit!
So exciting!
Now you have to put a tiger in the game.
I will definitely put a tiger in the game. Thank you, Aries, so much for the donation, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, I got a, hold on, I got my document of things I've got to add. Let's see, let me see what I've got before I even get into there. Let's see what we got. Do we have a tiger already built in, or I gotta get some, like a sprite made? I don't think I have a tiger already. There will definitely be a tiger. your likeness will be placed into the game somewhere. It's a werewolf. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get a tiger in here. Let me make a note on my document here. Since I do have the incentives going, it's like my weak little way of it being like a Kickstarter. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much, man. I thought I had like leaves. Don't I have like fallen leaves? I use those in the forest. Why don't I have leaves here? Dude, so much love, man. I greatly appreciate it, man. You don't know how much it means to me. It helps me keep this dream alive. Oh, whoops. It'd be weird having a random grass growing out the top of a tree. I think we're gonna do a sign right here, and it'll be like west Riverton, east path to Castle. I still haven't decided. It's gonna be it's Kingdom. All right, and so I wanted to add. Let's just add some of these. That conveys the scene enough. Actually, let's take. I want to do this. And let's do that. And put more trees right here. Or is that too much? It's probably too much for what it is. Let's just do this. That looks more appropriate. Okay. I feel like this is a good map. So we can go ahead and let's switch to some music creation. I'm feeling like writing something. I'm feeling in a writing mood. So let's save this. So sadly, that means no mas RPG music. Goodbye, RPG music. Be well. Alright, so let's get a instrument to start, just to plunk out our chord progression here. Let's go with, Rhodes are one of my favorite ones to start with. I just like the sound of it. So let's write something in, what? Let's go E flat major. Something a little happier. And I want it to be pretty meaty. It's a little too much on the low. Not enough high, so let's keep that down there. But let's spread this out. So let's take third and put it up in this there. Let's take it needs it. Let's go to a B flat minor. It'll sound better once we start having the chords to kind of surround it. Go to a B flat minor 7. Okay, so this is gonna come down, voice leading, flat. This is already on a B flat. Since it's a minor, up. This will go up. Sounds good. What's that? Yeah, okay. And let's go with the E flat again. But this time we'll do an E flat. Do an 18 chord because we're gonna transit. It's gonna be a transition chord going into an A flat. A flat, probably a major 7. Let's take this because it's way easier. So I want to do. Here's the easy way to do out chords here, because I can actually just take what I want here. So I want let's do a 13. I don't do 13s like ever. So we can do 13. We did a 13 and then flat the 5. Flat 9. 13 flat 9. And then that'll be on the. So I can do this. I can see all the notes that I have in it, and then all I have to do is just move them accordingly. So which one would drop to C? So this would be a C. So this G sharp will go up to an A. Or no, this can drop down to a G. F to we go to G. These two will. Just gonna put them next to it if I stay the same, because I'm gonna delete this out here in a sec. And actually, we'll drop this down to easy. Okay. But we'll fix it here in a sec. A flat major 7. That. And it also can sound a little weird because I'm using a Rhodes. Sometimes it sounds kind of weird. Initially. Extend this out. Yeah. What if we just took this whole thing, just raised it up? Does it feel like it's in the cellar? Yeah, baby. She's coming along. All right, now let's take that same chord. We're gonna make it a flat minor. Let's make it minor 9. And drop. See, draw. It's like straight. Sound like. Ooh. Coming along. All right, and let's take A flat minor 9. I want this to be a turnaround, and we're back to E flat major. So that would be D flat. Let's make it a D flat 13. I just do this because it's way quicker than me trying to remember, isn't it? Alright, so there's so this D flat's gonna jump up here. It's gonna jump, actually just stay the same. This F sharp can go up to sharp. Let's see. Stay the same. This F sharp will drop down. And B will make it go back up. Sharp. I could really just take this. Let's see. That'll work. Go back to E flat major. E flat major. That will go to a C because it won't be that much to really change. Let's be a -7. Yeah. And let's go to the F minor. We're just gonna work. We're just gonna work this circle of fifths here. Sorry if it's extra nerdy while I'm talking here. And a B flat. What's wrong? C. Let's go to D. I'm gonna take all this up and give it like a kind of a rising kind of feel to it. That can stay the same. That stay the same. Ooh. And this will to a G. Let's go dominant and then C. Okay, yeah, and then we'll go to the B flat dominant, which will take us back to our, you know, yeah, so C, F, B flat. This would be the it might sound like crap. I mean, I think this will be a good start. Alright, let's see how this loops. Alright, she loops. Alright, let's just get a simple bass, just to fill out the just to fill out the chords. So flat and then flat minor. It's E flat again. Slide. Hey, Ket. Yeah, dude, it wasn't overly that exciting. We didn't do too much, honestly, though. Not exciting is ideal to me. We're just kind of plunking out the chords here. Bass is going to be primarily in the up to that E flat. Walk it right back down to C. Yeah, dude, how was your stuff, man? Hopefully your weekend was good. Alright, let's see. I might have missed one. Let's see. Okay, that works. And actually, I'm gonna save this before I get too much into this. One thing I usually do when we start these, when we start a lot of these music things, is I usually play some of the stuff that I've been writing that I may not have done on stream. So one of which was for like a water dungeon. This is a piece I wrote called Submerged. Yeah, here it is. That is. thanks, dude. Yeah, I have fun doing them. I'm always just curious if like people actually like these like random like streams. And you guys said that you wanted to see more music creation when I did them, so I wanted to go ahead and do a little bit. One thing I've been really trying to work on a lot of my newer stuff is being real, like having more complex harmonies. Yo, True Pixel, how you doing, dude? So that is Submerged. So that was one I wrote recently for a water-themed dungeon. I wrote this one, Lit, and this one is for a fire-themed dungeon. So to get perspective, I already have that dungeon kind of created. So this is ideally what it's gonna look like while you're walking around a fire-themed dungeon. Give the whole idea of what I'm thinking. Give you the tour of the fire area while the music is playing. No. Almost like something's gonna happen here. Let me turn it down a little bit. I think it's getting pretty loud. So that one is for a fire dungeon. Thingy. Let's see, what else have I been working on? So I have like a library slash cathedral piece, just a real simple little loop thing. Yeah, my wife put my fin in the back of this jersey thing. So, I mean, not every piece is going to be like crazy exciting, I don't think. So I have this other piece. So this one is Tragedy. This is probably one of the more like soulful pieces that I've written as far as like actually having deep meaning to me. I thought of a place in the game that I wanted it to go, and I looked for inspiration for what meant a lot to me. And for me, my grandma passed away like a year ago, almost to the day. It was June 1st last year. She was hit by a car while at a ATM machine. So she was standing there using an ATM machine that was an accident, and a car hit her and she died. So I wrote a piece, mostly inspired for that, but it's going to be used in the game as well. And this is said piece. This feels like that Talladega Nights moment where I don't know what to do with my hands. It pretty much repeats, with the only exception being this little arpeggio here. This part, you can barely hear. So that is that. Let's see, what else did I write recently? So I don't know. I have a lot that I've been actually writing. I've actually gotten to the point, so what I used to do is I used to just look at like the recent projects and I could keep up with like, you know, all the different things that I've been writing recently. But I've been writing so much now, this little recent thing doesn't work. Now I actually need to start naming them, because as you can see, I have so many that are like just two letters. So I couldn't even tell you what all of them are. But like first clicking on them. So this was when we kind of started on stream. That's cool, dude. Okay. Anyways, let's get out of there. Let's get back to what we're I can't remember which ones were the best, so let's see what we got. A little bit slower, I think. So what I was thinking of doing is writing for the map that we just created, the like Riverton Plains, and just make it like a. Okay, so that slide sounds bad. The bass to just be faster in this part here. base. Sorry for that. Like, that's what I always end up doing is I end up looping the same stuff. Let me turn that down a little bit. Probably better. I always end up looping the stuff so I can just hear the minute difference that I want to make. So E flat, so G would not be out of the equation there. Kind of like I like that. Gross. Oh, come on. Let's turn off the hi-hat for now. There we go, that's kind of okay. So far I like 12. 15's better. So let's go with 15. And then I want it to have, I do want like a little bit of like a clap or something to it. So let's add a clap on there as well. It's so low. That's better. Change up that kick. The only reason I love that kick sound, but it's just it's so easily used in so many different places that I don't want it, like, I want every kick to sound the same. That's intense. Dude, these industrial kicks, man, they don't play. Oh man. Okay, I like that one. That's good for like the low end of it. I want to layer it with another one. Okay, that sounds okay. Hi-hat a little bit. Okay, like the way that sounds. But I want to add in some like some other like little things here. Okay, I kind of like that. What does that all sound like together? Okay, let's bring down that bass. Let's go with like some type of flute. That sounds like our it's gonna be our melody instrument here. There's the sweet spot. All right, since it goes to a B minor, I could just do. Right, so we're gonna be listening to this for a little bit here. Let's see. Let's take that C and go to. Actually, I could just ride that C because the next chord is an A flat major. could go. Yeah, I like that. And then that goes to the G. Okay, spin. I'm just curious what this is gonna sound like. I just like slides. I need to figure out what to do with this measure. This is a weird one. I think it's just better, just less. That sounds pretty good. First part. Okay, so there's that. And now we're gonna need. Let's get some strings that are plucked. What are these classic strings? Do something like that. Doesn't sound like high register. Yeah, it's too much. It sounds good. I like the sound of it, but I'm really looking for more of like a plucked orchestral, yeah, like a pizzicato string. I hate when I have like an idea and then I like. I kind of like that. So what if we took, let's copy the Rhodes. I'm just gonna try something here to see what happens. Because I want to do this, I'm thinking like make this like some type of a arpeggio. There's a tool in here that will do that for you, and it'll save you the time. I think I might need to do it like, and then figure out how to use this, because if I can do this like, I mean, I guess I can manually do it. It's gonna sound good. So hypothetically, what would this beginning sound like? Shit, it sounds good. Damn it! These are gonna be doing this. I think I'm gonna do this. So we'll get. I'm just gonna keep it in these chords. Start arpeggiating wherever I am. So it's like more of like a. It's like delete these ones out and I'll start the arpeggio from here. It's just gonna be a constant like arpeggio up and down. If it doesn't sound good, I can always tweak it after the fact. It's gonna have kind of like a ebb and flow kind of feel, like the arpeggio is gonna go up and down and back around. Bob Rossi as I spit. Speaking of Bob Ross, I'm so pissed. So my wife got this Bob Ross like mug. It's really bitchin'. Like you put hot water, hot beverage like coffee in it, and it goes from like black and then it ends up being super cool looking. Accidentally put it in the dishwasher. It ruined. so mad. Oh, no. This helps me visualize where these chords as I'm doing. It's gonna be weird because they're constantly doing like a turnaround here with the different progression and stuff. So it's gonna be weird because you're only gonna get like 4 tones out of each chord from the arpeggio, and you know in some cases like right now it's gonna duplicate. But I think it's gonna sound pretty good. At least I hope so. There's an annoying amount of tone adjustments to make this happen. Yo, Fjords! How you doing, dude? Alright. Hold on to your butts. Hopefully it sounds good. Okay, I like that, but now let's just bring that down a little bit because it's a little loud. I used to have an Axiom keyboard. It's an Axiom 64, I think. But I just don't have the space. So I do everything software. So, I mean, usually what I do is then I take, because a lot of times I'll write the music first, but if I didn't write the music first, what I'll do is I will, just like walk around in the place where I'm planning on putting that music and see if it fits. It's all right. It's upbeat. It's upbeat enough for like an outdoor like little foresty river area. Oh yeah, Fjords. Like I have some stuff already. Like I mean, start up that. Yeah, like I have a ton of stuff written and stuff. So like if I was to start here. And this is already built into the demo, which you can actually download. It's for free. You do ! free game. It'll give you a link to a YouTube video, and in that description, we'll have a playable demo for you. But yeah, I've got all kinds of stuff that's kind of already built. Like the woods are probably one of my favorite areas as far as like food setting kind of thing. Yeah, it's just the citrus electric one. But then of course I could get in a fight. Okay, let's get back to this guy here. I don't even know if I want the flute anymore. Yeah, Fjords, what I typically do is, I think it sounds better just without the melody at all, and just have this. Like, the arpeggio does enough of the melody, even though it's just an arpeggio. And I can just kind of tweak around that a little bit. Yeah, I usually write the music before I even make the whatchamacallit, the map. So I'll write a piece before I even make the map in RPG Maker. Like for instance, we did a map. Let's see, yeah, save. Was it which one? This one? No. Although this is one that I have for, this is for like a like an evil character basically. Oh, I think this is the one. This is the one I wrote for. So I wrote this on stream, and then right after writing it, we created this dungeon. And so this is usually how I work. So I will write the music, and then I create the dungeon. Right now, the placeholder name is Evil Dungeon. Usually what I'll do is I'll just kind of play through it like this. I don't have mobs or anything set up for it yet, but so that's usually how I work. I set the theme with the music before I even get to the point of like making it in RPG Maker. Same thing I did the same thing with a like an ice dungeon that I've made thus far. So that's the evil one. I have this one that I wrote for a like ice dungeon. So if I was to start here. Honestly, I think my forte thus far has been writing like dungeon crawler music. Yep, Joe. So I need to fix this wall right here. This is a good thing I plugged in here. I need to fix that. Wrote here recently. We wrote this for this town. Oops. It's gonna be kind of like a more bustling type town type deal. You can post it. I probably won't watch it till after stream though. The only the things I didn't make were those. Got shout outs to peeps. Yeah, 100% of the music is music I've written. So, as you can even see it like doing its thing right here. That's like the major thing to the RPG that I'm making is it's gonna have 100% music written by me. If it does nothing else, that's what it's gonna do. Actually, let's while I'm doing this here. Yeah, I'm always like thinking of what I need to be like doing as the next thing. Let's see, what's it? Must forget. Below player touch. Basically making it so that if the player walks to the edge here, they will get teleported back to the main or to the world map, even if they eventually somehow find the collision shouldn't allow them to get to here. But one thing that I've noticed is I'm just putting in the spots just in case somebody were to break it somehow. If they did, then they're not like screwed here, you know what I mean? Well, I mean, I have a large like story kind of written out and kind of scripted. It's just more about making everything here. I have a demo that you can try out so you can see kind of as far as what gameplay currently kind of looks like. If you do !free game, it'll take you to a YouTube video, and in the description of that video is a link that you can download it. It's free, costs you nothing. It's got a little bit of voice acting, a little bit of music in there, and doesn't require RPG Maker. It'll actually just it's its own like executable file. You run it straight from your desktop. If you have a USB controller, kind of like an 8BitDo or like an iBuffalo or something, it should even recognize that, and you can play it with that as opposed to using a keyboard. The one disclaimer that I have for it for a lot of people is, depending on your experience with RPGs, you may find it, at least the demo, to be either too easy or too difficult. I assure you that you can beat the whole thing without grinding once, but it just depends on kind of your personal experience with like RPGs and stuff like that. It doesn't really go too deep into the story, just kind of a broad outline, as the demo wasn't necessarily, that's not really what I was wanting to showcase with the demo. More wanting to showcase just kind of like my writing style, and then a little bit of what to expect as far as like combat and stuff goes. So here's a question that I have. Is this gonna... Okay, sweet. So it does obscure it. Excellent. I was curious if it was gonna be in the behind the thing or not. Yeah, no, like my intentions are more about making a game that's more about telling a story and just kind of living through that as opposed to like a massive grind. You know what I mean? I want it so you can play like through the whole thing. Now, obviously I'll put some challenging stuff in there, But really, it's a lot of it is more just to showcase like what I've written as far as music. I was thinking about like, hey, if I was to ever submit like a portfolio of music that I've written, what was the best way to do that? The best way, in my opinion, to do that is put it in the type of thing I want it to be. So if I want to, submit it for an RPG, just be like, hey, here's an example. I created this RPG and all this music, and here, play the RPG. There's your portfolio of my music. At least I think that's a unique way for me to do it anyways. Thanks, 8-Bit. We working, man. We working. Here's a track that I've written that's I don't even know if I'm gonna put it in the game anywhere. I just put it in it though. Thanks. This was when I was writing. I don't even know if I'll have a place for it in the game or not. I was just feeling like writing someday. But yeah, so we do these music streams. I usually do these RPG streams, usually about once a month or so. And when doing them, I just kind of, veg out to music and kind of work on the RPG a little bit, update people with progress and stuff. Kind of get secretly maybe get people to hype a little bit on it. But yeah, that was my main goal today, was to make this outdoors map, Riverton Plains, which we've got here. Kind of put in some chests, some little decoration stuff. We just did this whole screen on stream here, and then get the startings of a piece to write for it. So, and we have most of that here with Riverton Plains. So this is what we wrote for it. So, I don't know if I want to do anything else really with it or something. Hey, Bjorn! Put a cherry and silver switches to it. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I've got, I think I've got this cherry switches in my keyboard. So yeah, I don't know if I want to do anything different on this. It's pretty short though for a loop on a stage. I feel like it does need more. Thanks, dude. think we need to do a little bit more on this piece. Cause I like the way it flows. I love the sound with this map. I think it works really well. And we just need to add some more to it. Like, I mean, we can do like a little percussion breakdown, I think. And then probably go into a relative minor. So like if it just broke down everything. And then we went into the relative minor, which in this case would be a C minor. Since we're in E flat major. So yeah, and so I've really the whole battle thing is like the part that I keep going back and forth how I kind of want it. Like part of me almost wants to make it like a Mystic Quest where you can see all encounters. Except for like in certain areas have random, because it'd just be so much easier from a balancing perspective to do something like that. Like, I mean, if I could literally tell you basically when you're gonna have every encounter, but then conversely, it makes it so much easier and it limits that aspect of it. So there's a lot of things that I've been really kind of juggling as far as like an accessibility standpoint. I do know when it comes to combat, I want it to be, I like the CTB system from Final Fantasy X, and so that's what I'm currently using. But the plugin that I'm using to make that happen doesn't really, isn't supported anymore. So by the time I end up releasing this, it may or may not even be feasible for me to use it anymore. You know what I mean? So that's the other aspect of it, is it's got to be something that I can even do, that I can even use anymore. That's the key. I want to listen to the Forest track, so let's just open it up. I already have it. The hard part is, I mean, I have a million ideas of what I want to do about everything. Like, there's definitely nothing there, right? The hard part is what I want. The hard part is gonna be. Sorry, I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. The hard part is gonna be actually making it work. That's the issue. So like for instance, on this, on the forest, here, getting this area radius, I thought would be a really cool effect. And also having this moving fog effect. Super cool, I think, from an atmosphere standpoint, but making it actually work in the game is, been difficult. One thing that I did, that I have yet to show off, it's a new plugin that's been added. And I have to tweak with it, but it will actually allow you to have the weather effect in battle. Okay, let's go back to our planes. Our plane's looking good. We can enter and exit on either side. We've got our chests set up that we want to have. 5 chests here, and then I want to make as many places like this where the player, if they want, they can just beeline it, get right through here the way they need to go. But then I also want to have rewards for going off the beaten path. Is it Riverton? Oh yeah, it was Riverton. And so, and also for like, I also want to put in Easter eggs for people that have supported me, like, along the way with the creation and stuff. You know, both monetarily and, you know, with hanging out and stuff. So, like, something that I done here. Stop that here. But, like, so one thing that I've done is from one of our last streams. Sorry, I don't have music set for this here yet, but you can see here we've got home of Sully and Horse the dog. There's a little Horse the dog, and then we've got Sully the goblin. A man has needs, however my needs cannot be met within civilization, so here I live, just me and my trusty dog, Horse. You know, and so Sully is, you know, McSully Sulkin is a, you know, a viewer, and we had a donation in that said basically to make Sully the goblin in the game. So there you go, there he is. And then also on this Riverton map, I have like little Easter eggs here for different people once again that I've kind of just supported along the way. So we've got, in this case, we have Dr. C, apparently wasn't a real doctor. CC, seriously, Victor Crow, told you I was sick. Johnny Ruin, these nipples aren't going to rub themselves. Brand Belmont, what is a man? And Vin, I don't know what you've heard about me. So little things like that, and then I don't know, I'm just always adding just kind of little Easter eggs for people, like kind of along the way and stuff, things that people can find and be like, oh yeah. And you know, I'm putting people's names in the credits and stuff like that for just being there, because honestly, I mean, I wouldn't be this far at all if it wasn't for you guys in the first place. So I mean, it's a thing. And here's a funny thing. So like, you know, and I mentioned it before that usually I make the music and then that inspires me to make the area of the game. So like this track here, Provo, it's in the demo. There's a city called Provo. That city would never have existed had I not wrote this track. And then it instantly reminded me of a dark, like, city that just like has like a brothel. It's raining, you know, just that whole mood setting. And so then I ended up creating, you know, this city called Provo in there. And for those curious, it's named Provo because it's short for the word provocative, which is, I don't know, it's just something that I randomly thought up, right? So we have our city Provo in the game. And so if we were to start it here, so I can even stop it there. And so let me, before that goes, so and here's like our overworld music. I won't walk too far because there are encounters enabled right now. So overworld music was, actually I think I turned it down too much here, but overworld music was inspired by Wild Arms. I was thinking of like that kind of, you know, adventure, like you're on almost like you're on a horse and stuff, even though I don't have horses in this as of yet, other than the dog. So, and then you have your city Provo. And I won't go into too many of the buildings and stuff, as there are scripted events for when you're actually supposed to be here, because you would not be here by yourself, and it would just break it. But I did put in stuff that I personally find, so I'm a dad, so of course there's going to be dad jokes in this thing, right? I think it's in this house here. So I personally thought it was so. When life gives you lemons, drink yourself silly. That's what I always say. But so one thing that it's going to be like a little Easter egg, and you know, anybody that's watched, you know, like any of these streams knows it. Every single one of these bookshelves is going to have some type of stupid pun or stupid little joke that's probably not really even that funny, but I find it hilarious. So a book entitled "You Miss 100% of the Shots You Don't Take: Dealing with Alcoholism." I thought it was funny. And you know, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Because I'm making this for me, damn it. But yeah, this is the city Provo. And like I said, city wouldn't have existed had I not just decided to write the tune one night. I think we pretty much accomplished what I kind of wanted to here today. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more gaming content. It really helps me out. It doesn't cost me anything. Thank you again. Have a great